All right, we are live for another episode of what we're calling Stump the Vibe Coder. This week we're doing something a little different than we normally do. We're revisiting a program that we vibe coded earlier, and we kind of wanted to compare Claude Code versus OpenAI's Codex like 1 to 1. Um, and we decided we're gonna go and kind of redo this. We had this whole video re-recorded and it didn't work out. Um, so we thought we'd kind of take another stab at it. And so what was its name here? It was we called it Organic 8 Ball. And the way the code set it up, you had to run it from a server. Man, I have too many repositories. I guess I can do organic here. Oh wait, I'm not even sharing my screen. Sorry, y'all. All right, so here I am. Here's our organic 8 ball game. It was a web game, but it had like external docs and everything. It was just kind of a lot to work with. So today we are going to take and compare the two different things. So I'm going to create organic 8 ball codex as one repo. All right. So I just add the README. We'll go MIT license or something. So I'm going to create this repo, and then I'm going to create a second repo, organic 8 ball Claude. And we're going to put these two repos head together. I think Claude is a little bit better, though I found it to be a little bit slower. So I'm going to give Claude a slight head start here by cloning Claude. And I guess like just a couple letters change here between the two. So I have, if I switch to my terminal here, um, I've checked out both the organic 8 ball Claude and the organic 8 ball Codex. Um, organic 8 ball C star. And in both of these, I guess I didn't even select the license for the other one, huh? Easy enough. I'll copy the license from Codex to Claude. Maybe I should go full screen right here or something like that. I mean, it's probably too much for our viewers to see my entire screen, but yeah, whatever. All right, so I have a Claude, I have organic 8 ball. I am gonna go into my starter script and run my propagate style guides to both the repos, which adds all the files in. And then I have a spec file that I had ChatGPT write on the game. So, well, let me review this spec file here. So, I'll zoom in on it here. Um, so it basically just kind of says core gameplay, the loop. So basically, it asks you an organic question. Oh, I forgot. I have some other files I want to copy over. We want to give it everything we need to be successful here. In my biology problems, I have a data file called pubchem something, and data pub. Oh, because I haven't get pulled recently. That's my problem. No, I guess. All right. All right. So I'm going to copy the data file over to both the repos, which is again organic. Sorry, two directories down. Organic 8 ball dash C colon. Okay. Oh, R, I guess. Oh, I see. It can only copy to one destination at a time. My bad. And then there's another file in problems. Sorry about how slow this is. Biochemistry problems under PubChem. And then I wanted to copy over, I guess they'll probably need that file. And then the macromolecules is what I wanted to use for questions. I think that's a macromolecules.yaml. How many folders do I need to go down now? Yeesh. Sorry if I'm boring everybody. All right, a call Codex. Could I have done this before? Perhaps. And Claude. Okay. All right, so now let's move into Claude and tell it what to do. So I gotta pull over in here and I gotta create a new session. Gotta give it a new folder. So they have there's subtle differences between these two. So here's 8-ball Claude. And so we're gonna read the spec and make plan to implement game. And then I have a new manager. What did I call it? Parallel web game builder skill. I'll go over that later, but basically it brings in some skills to hopefully go faster. All right, so that's our Claude. It's using Opus 4.6. Now let's switch over to Codex. Uh, too many windows. Okay. All right, here is Codex. I need to, Codex is, everything's based on threads. So I got to select organic 8-ball Codex is my new thing here. And I'm going to tell it the exact same thing. Codex uses dollar signs for skills and not slashes. So, but basically same concept here. Tell it to read the spec and make plan to implement game. And then I guess, how do you get to plan mode in this thing? Any thoughts, Pierre? Should I use a medium level or high? We're going medium. Will go a little bit faster. Oh, I see. I got it. I'm looking in the wrong chat window. Move around too many windows and you lose track. So sorry. We'll stick with medium for things. So to finalize per plan skill, I need your UI preference, input style, buttons only, drag to aim. Right. This is a pool game, like eight ball billiards. Let's do themed. Yeah. And mobile, desktop first. We'll do desktop first. Um, Mobile works though. It's an interesting question. So, okay. Is it doing it? I don't know. Okay, so it looks like Claude is going to come back. It wants to know what we want for our physics system. So, Rapier, WASM based, best performance, requires async and next step. I would say matter sounds like it says it's the easiest, most straightforward here. Do we want dark theme, light theme, or dark theme in cards? User chooses. Why are we having? Should the molecular structure run use RDKit via CDN or pre-rendered pubkit? Um, that's fine. And then yeah, we'll do both. So they both had very similar questions, desktop, mobile. So Claude is still in plan mode. So what Claude's going to do is it's going to create a very long plan, and then I have to approve the plan. Let's go back to Codex. All right. So it was start implementation. I hate it when they start implementation immediately and finish all steps. I don't like to wait. So maybe should we go over what it's doing a little bit more, or kind of wait to see what happens at the end? So hopefully it's gonna start doing stuff, and then Claude is still crafting. So we'll see where they get. So remember, this is server free, and all content goes into. Oh, what is it asking me? Oh my gosh. Allow Claude to run blah blah Python. Man, should know better than to have crazy ridiculous commands like that. One file. I've done my best to make it so Claude doesn't like keep harassing me with all these questions. So yeah, so the spec that we gave was the basically you have an 8 ball game, pool, and then in order to actually take your turn, one needs to answer a question correctly. The computer does not need to answer the question correctly. So, so the core gameplay loop is that you get structures rendered from smiles. You as a player, you're quizzed on what category. Oh man, I feel like Cloud one's a little bit better in the. It keeps asking me approval, and I'm like, stop running entire Python scripts as command line arguments. Write them as files. Anyway, um, so based on answer, the player receives a shot within a defined quality. The player then takes a physics-based pool shot, and then the AI takes a shot. Repeat until the rack ends. So basically, it's a pool game with the extra um, complication. So I don't know. I guess with you're asking about the structure of both pool games, but I wasn't. That's what I was trying to cover, but I wasn't 100% sure. Um, what you're covering. And, we selected a few, I gave it kind of a few, I did a little background research to help speed things up, I guess. So I'm hoping we'll have something to test. But I guess what I could do is I could try and pull up the last game we wrote. I do have it on the computer still. And if I recall correctly, it did not work great. All right, so here was our previous game. So it was organic 8 ball. I guess we had it set up so you could have like 100 players or something like that, and number of non-player characters. But you start the game and you need to identify this chemical group, which did not really render very well. Is this a ketone, an alcohol, or an amine? Like the double bond is like in the middle. So we're going to call that a ketone group. And so because I got the question right, I can now shoot the pool ball. And we did add sound effects, um, which is fine. And it took us forever to get the numbering and the stripes and solid right. At first, it was just all the same color. So NPC actually in this version has to answer a question too. So sound on. There you go. That was a little crazy. All right, so now I need to answer this version. We have a nitrogen in the middle, so it's amine. Can I get that in the pocket? Probably not. Should I go for a nice break? Oh, I got the 8 ball in the pocket. That's no good. How to lose a game real quick. And clearly we didn't put the rules in because it takes forever for it to slow down. So, well, the 8 ball's in the pocket, but then I got the same question twice. But it's letting me continue because we never really got around to the rules. I got one in there. So nice. anyways, that was our failed game, I want to say, that we made. So let's go check in on Codex, I guess. See where Codex is at. I'm writing all the game molecules and contracts and parts, keeping strict interference shapes. I guess. So it's got all these little JavaScript things. Hopefully, it knows to merge them together. Let's see what Claude is up to. It's probably waiting for permission on something. Oh yeah, so Claude is done with its plan. Single file HTML educational pool game. Has its scripts, data pipeline. Yeah, I mean, we're pretending we don't know how to code, so it's just kind of it's a lot of information there. Yep, yep. Make it work. And the idea is that it's supposed to kind of make this all nice and parallel. So I guess approve Claude's plan and start coding. And I also have a skill called parallel plan, which is supposed to remind Claude to um, use more than one coder, but I haven't really used the GUI so much, so it might not actually do that. Are you able to launch multiple agent coders to do this faster? Because I know that the terminal one can do that. The GUI one seems to be um not as nice. So I guess we don't automatically accept edits. All right. So it's gonna do okay. It's gonna try and do this fast. So where's Codex at? It's still editing. It's editing the change log. All code is implemented and tests are mostly clean. The full modular game is on its thing, and then we have a single file assembler called build game. So this is where the fun comes in. Like, wait, if we managed to get a game going in like 20 minutes. Not too bad. All right, so I'm in my organic 8-ball codex. So if you want things done fast, I find that codex is a little bit better here. And so I build game with the shell script here, and I wish it would tell me where it built the game, but um, uh, hopefully it's here somewhere. Output.html, such a lovely name. All right, so let's take a look at our codex game. I kind of wish the pool table was a little bit bigger, and we got pink and yellow with a black 8-ball. Okay, so plus start rack to begin. Question appeals are no return. Shock wait and turn. I guess it's already decided that human is solids and AI is stripes. So classification: the molecule is a lysine peptide. This is not doing a good job of smiles. It just prints about like that. These are supposedly chemical structures. So I'm going to complain to Codex that does not. I wanted to render the molecule smiles using RDKit JS, the CDN, not a list of characters. So I don't know. We'll see if it figures that out. So let's see how our Claude is. I just told it could start coding recently. It's stewing. Um so as we have 358 molecules, two parallel agents for CMS UI molecule rendering. Now it's doing something. And Codex has responded to my request. Of course, it always says, "You're right. I'll do that, like you originally told me to." And make the pool table full width of the web page, I guess. Oh, did it finish the rendering already? Wow. Okay, let's go back to my terminal and assemble the game again. All right, so now we have a full size screen as compared to our previous one. So let's start the rack. All right, here is my RDKit. The trial and fragment. It looks very lipid-like. So, all right, so that means I can now shoot the ball. I like how the Q is a 0. Don't go in the pocket. I really wanted it to be a pop-up. Can we make the question pop up over the table? So while I was thinking about that, let's check in with Claude. It looks like it's done with batch. Now it's working on batch 4. Launching batch 3, which is a question stage. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, yes, Codex is probably the better platform to do the podcast with. So, yes, done. All right. Let's build the code again. Yeah, the scrolling was not good. So, all right. Start rack. Okay, cool. So that is a carbohydrate. Correct. Okay, cool. So now let's get some power behind this thing. That was not a good break. I feel like the ball to table ratio is a little off. I don't know. The physics is good. Maybe a little bit too much friction. I feel like the balls slow down too fast. There's another carbohydrate, cellobiose. Can I get, was it human? Human is solid, right? Oh, I have 9 seconds to go. Otherwise, it will go for me. So, oh, is 4 going to make it in? No. Now AI is going to go. How good should we make the AI? Like, that is like ATP. So we're looking at a nucleic acid. Yeah, definitely the power is a little weak. So let's tell that to Codex. The power of the ball strike needs to be higher. Also, make the timer longer for the human. Is the ball size to table size ratio correct? Anyway, it's I guess there's probably some variations on that too. So let's check in with Codec or Claude. Claude is still thinking. So it's writing the pool table physics module. So I'm not gonna lie. I do find that Claude does a better job. Just we're still waiting, I do I am using Opus, so I could have used Sonnet. Anyway, so let me rebuild the codex code again. And let's take a look. So did it decide the balls are bigger? No, it's about the same. Okay. Start rack. That's lipid. That looks better. Would you agree? So feel like the power was much more online there. Whew, I saw. I feel like the hole's maybe a little too small. Whatever. That is a carbohydrate. I feel like the RD kit should be bigger. So what other complaints do we have? Oh, I got one in. Does that mean I get to go again, or does it not have that rule? Nope, it does not. So the way I guess we've kind of did this in previous podcasts. The way it makes the file, and the reason I set it up this way is so it could do things in parallel. So the build game here, it takes all these different JavaScript files, um, initialization, and okay, so it copies the head, and then it puts in a style, then parts, style, body, body, hot, and then it adds all these extra JavaScript to the end. And basically, it just kind of has all the different parts of the file in different files, and then they're assembled into one file at the end. So it just kind of like helps make it so the idea is it makes it so it can program faster. Though we're still waiting on Claude, so should we check in? Actually, let's check in with Claude's code. Um, has it written any files yet? Okay. Yeah, so it's got some good files there. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Problem is, we turn in a whole episode of just watching Claude do something. It's currently it's manifesting, is what it says. It's fossicking. It's hurting. So, so like I said, I'm always happy with the work that Claude does, but not the fastest. All right, so let's take a look at our current game. Starting over. Do we change anything? Just decreasing the power. We wanted to make the pockets a little bit bigger, maybe. Are the pockets the correct size? Um, I mean, this is I guess I had could I build the question is could I build this myself or does someone have could anybody do this? And I do have a lot of things in place that kind of guide it along the ways. So so because I'm not actually starting from scratch so much, right? So if we go to I mean because we for this episode especially we started with this version here that was okay, but we kind of thought about it a little bit over the break. And if I go to my repositories, I have recently released my skills. It's open. Maybe they are a little bit tuned to my tastes more so than the general public. But I have a parallel build, um, web game build plan, which kind of operates on, like here we can have five coders working at the same time, working on different things, and then we assemble those things together at the end. And it kind of had some things in here to kind of what questions to ask the vibe coder on how to build it, what different parts should you put into it. I think that's the only file. Sometimes you can throw other files in here. Okay, so yeah, capacity and sizing, definitions on engineering teams, naming guardrails. That's probably not the best stuff in there. Um, but target 2 to 6 work packages. So that was kind of a nice thing to get, but we could definitely use that strategy for almost any web game. So it wants to write this there. Okay, sure. All right. So it just wanted to start a web server. This is a self-contained HTML file, no server. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes Claude just makes up its own rules. It doesn't always follow directions. Oh, now Claude is popping up a window that's blank in Chrome for whatever reason. Oh, that's right. Quad has a like kind of like skills. Ooh, somehow got a soccer ball image. Man, that is a protein. Took me a second there. Oh, but it is running a server, even though I told it not to. So, oh, interesting. It's got a very scratch. It's got a very different power mode than we have. So when does the AI's turn end? I guess they decided that as humans we don't get to play. Nice. Um, when does the AI turn end? Sorry. Um, I see you are running a server. Bad agent. I guess I don't know. I guess maybe it needs to run a server to test stuff out. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in its window there. Let's see what's Codex up to. See, Codex finishes fast, right? So, okay. So your current config, ball diameter, pocket diameter ratio. All right. Well, it says that our dimensions are good, so I guess we have to believe it. All right. Oh, that's right. I was gonna say this. The RDKit images are too small. Make them more square aspect. I know I'm typing off screen. It's good motion. All right. So that is a nucleic acid. I don't know. I like the kind of the drag the line from the ball aspect. So Claude's still asking for permission to do things. All right, there goes the AI. Think we can hit the 7 ball in? Oops, I gotta ask Lipid here. My angle's not great. Oh, oh, I hit it in anyway. Is the 4 gonna go with it? Nope. Oh, Claude was just trying to run another server, and I told it no. I can hit the 4, could do the 2. Those I can just really just break up. I don't know. I like how the numbers like shift inside the ball. So, oh, Claude says it's done. Let's take a look. I'm skeptical it actually followed directions, but we'll see. So the idea is that if I go into the Claude directory here, I should have a build script. What was the name of the file? Build game. I see. I'm gonna ask Claude, where is build game? Um, let's see what Claude says. I did not follow any of your directions because I. sorry, build game takes the parts and makes output.html. All right, so there is a build game now, so I managed to run it. Build game makes our output, so then I can just open that in the web browser, and we'll see what Claude. So automatically we're seeing a very kind of different approach. So again, here is our Codex version. Now let's take a look at what Claude did. It like I guess when Claude does a lot of these things, does medium mean or does medium mean that the AI never stops playing? So that's like a steroid. I don't see a game here. Oh, there. I guess I need to resize. So and then the aiming is kind of weird. So I hold. So again, it move the aiming is based on my mouse, and then the distance I move controls it, but the line doesn't change. The You can see the kind of the power at the bottom. So let's aim for kind of maybe the. I gotta get on the field. Can I go more than that? Probably not. That was not much power. Ooh. No, the last time the AI never stopped playing. Oh, okay, here. Carbohydrate. Got it. I can't play outside the field. This is terrible. Oh, man. All that waiting and we really didn't end up with something much better. I guess maybe it looks a little more refined. What do you think? If I had to pick, I'm gonna say that this one's a little bit more fun. And I don't know if I really want to take the time to make the Claude game better. Oh, come on. Because once I get out of the brown, I can't get power anymore. Um, cha- change the shooting mechanism to pull back from the ball. And I notice if the mouse leaves the table, I cannot shoot. Um, and two, the ball is not powerful enough. So so anyway, I do I would say I probably do most my coding with Claude these days because I kind of need that. I feel like I need that deeper analysis aspect, but it was really disappointing with the pool game. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, so this one you're talking about for this one can't. What's the full power? I mean, this what's cool. Ooh, got one in. So the plane. Yeah, I mean, I could this one I can actually drag onto the other screen that I have. So I'm like more than three ways away. So there's no seems to be no limit. I would imagine there's a limit to how much power you can get, but oh, why don't I hit it right in the hole? Yes, it's other ones that say you can easily stump the vibe coder by getting him to play a game. So, yeah, so Claude is doing something. It's asking to run a Python server again. So, oh, didn't we asked Codex to make a bigger pop up. So let me work on that. Boom. Start a new game. Oh yeah, that's a little bit better. That'll be easier to see. That looks like a protein to me. Okay. Boom. Let me go on to my other screen. I'm not gonna miss the rack then. Nice. Okay. So I guess Claude is saying it's ready to be built. So let's see here. Start the Claude one over. That is a lipid. And it doesn't render the thing very well, but okay. Okay, cool, cool. That's a little bit better. I feel you can actually see the queue. That's kind of cool. I like the power on that one. So Codex, we can have the options in boxes rather than lines, like a 2 by 2 matrix shape. Oh, like the answer choices. What happened here? Oh, it's my turn to go, I guess. So how would we describe if we wanted uh Codex to implement a very similar queue system? How would we describe that? Whoa, that was some power there. AI is thinking. Okay. All right, so now we have a new thing, lipid. Whoa, did I just knock the queue off the table? And then there's a ball in the corner here. It's kind of wild. All right, I guess we're playing off the table now? I really don't. Where's the queue? All right, good game. I don't know. This one doesn't look as cool, I guess, but it's sure more playable. Did we don't really have a we kind of okay, yeah, you're saying 2 by 2 grid. Yeah, that's like we're kind of like, doing some minor thing. Can you put the multiple choice answers in a 2 by 2 grid? All right, so I'm gonna copy the comment from the chat. So when shooting shows virtually pulling the queue, how much it pulls us, how much power we have. When we have the most power, we can't pull the queue anymore. I like that too. So I'm just gonna steer it so we can kind of do it all at once. And it's thinking at the moment. Now the cool thing is if we swapped them, like have them look at the other person's code, that'd be kind of cool. Look at the code in Claude. What do you think? Anything good? And we'll do the same thing with Claude, which I'm sure Claude's going to complain. All right, so let's play our updated Codex game. Uh, okay, reload. So the only thing we added, okay, so we should see a much better thing. Okay, we have a 2x2 grid. Ooh, this is a little bit harder. I'm gonna say nucleic acid. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, power 100%. There you go. I did like the thing at the bottom of the other game. I feel like the max power I can get now is not as much as it used to be. So, which is fine. Oh, can I hit the one in? I'm sure I have terrible aim. Oh, we did it. All right. All right. So let's take a look at what Codex had to say about Claude's code. I'll inspect a recode. I found a richer molecule split there. Sample those cores now. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, this is solid work. These are the strongest parts. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Port the top 3 improvements into our current repo. I'll say the same thing to Claude. Claude is still thinking. So really interesting sibling repo. Here's what's worth borrowing. Good ideas. Custom physics instead of matter. Shot power tuning. Only 16 hard coded molecules versus our 358. Mob. That's I didn't realize we only had 16 over there. Canvas is a little bit bigger. Targets. And no, you cannot run a server. So, but I'll tell it to port the top 3 improvements. All right. Yeah, Cloud's frustrating me today with this. Um, yes, port the top 3. I port those now by entering a render pipeline, question generator, AI shot planner in place. First time reading ports now. And if you want, you can always review the changes. Whoa. Um, like if you want to know what it changed to a particular file, you can read those. Plus 12,000 lines, minus 1. So, what is Claude working on here? Custom physics replacing matter eliminates CDN dependency. I kind of liked matter though. Is that gonna make it worse? Or no, I guess the custom physics in the Codex one was better. Yeah, yeah. So I'll work in parallel. So let's see, Claude's supposed to be faster with this whole parallel thing. I feel like Codex is just doing one thing at a time, but it's doing it fairly fast. The AI turn thing just doubled in size. I think Codex is ready to play. So let's take a look. This is a protein. Got 100% there. Boom. I don't see much change to tell you the truth. I guess the AI is better. I don't know. Maybe we'll tell Codex to port over more cool changes since it's done. Port over more of any improvements, or maybe just ideas. That's funny that the Codex made its own physics when the other one was using real physics. Um, no surprise, Claude is still thinking. So, I mean, we could switch to Sonnet. Maybe we should do that. I don't know if it's going to make it any faster at this point, but it's working things in parallel. So, Um, Codex is reading code at the moment. So. Okay, so did we run out of time? All right, it's lipid. Ooh, did I get it in? That's how I play real pool right there. See, Codex is copying over. Claude is still porting over the top three things. So we only have 5 minutes left in the stream. So I am solids though. Maybe I should try it over here. Bouncy rebound. Well, we gotta wait for Claude to finish programming before we can um see. Okay, it looks like Codex is done. So let's see what it had to say. So ported over more improvements directly in your repo. Difficulty selector. Better aiming input robustness. I feel like our aiming was already better. Better rack setup realism. Also, maybe the balls look better. Can we make the balls colors more real? Um, so anyway, let's take a look at the new build game. So I need to reload. Okay, so position the ball solids and stripes better. Difficulty easy medium. So lipid. To give you an update, Claude is run out of tokens, and so it needs to compact its conversation. Not a good advertisement for Claude today, though I do like it better. So take it what it is. All right, lipid again. I was wondering, do we still only have 16 different lipids or different molecules to choose from? I don't know. Oh, it's close. Okay. So I said more ball color is more real, and it talked about physics. So we'll see. Claude is sorry, Codex is done, and Claude is still clodding along. So it ran out of room, so it's compacting its conversation. I feel like Claude does so much better on the terminal. So, but yeah, I think always pointed out last show that Codex is probably better for this. It's definitely a lot faster. I did have it on medium. Like if I went to extra high, it'd probably take a little bit longer. So, all right. So Claude is now working on stuff again. All right. So it ported over the ball colors. It's okay. I'm curious how it goes when we actually hit them. Do the balls change? Okay, no, they just drift around, kind of like a South Park type effect. Oh my gosh, what is Claude up to? All right, custom physics engine, velocity based shot power, blah blah blah. No, oh, I can't get my history. Lame. As a plan, it's auto accepting edits. All right, so it looks like it's Claude is finally finished. So what was the last few messages? Port over more improvements or maybe just ideas. So we'll launch that and then we'll go and check out the Claude game. Organic 8-ball. Do not work. I regenerated it. Oh, jeez. Claude, you're failing us here today. I click the start game button and nothing happens. Well, it's using. Hopefully, it's using Sonnet now. I've heard some people can get pretty good results with haiku. I haven't experimented with that at all. So, but so I guess in this matchup, Codex is the big winner, and it wasn't even close. Okay, jeez. Ooh. Anyway, uh, all right. Well, hey, thanks for anybody that could stop by and checked in. These games are available on GitHub if you want to download and play them. Um, I don't know about the Claude game. I'll let it finish doing what it's doing and then post that game up. But in terms of getting the game out quickly, um, Codex is our big winner for sure. I don't know. I guess the all the ball colors kind of make it confusing, but it's not. I guess it's not too bad. They probably need like black outlines or something. Oh, I see. Claude says it found the problem, but oops, that was a nucleic acid. When I get it wrong, I guess I shouldn't get a turn, but it looks like I do. What's the point if you can just keep going? No, I just hit in a stripes. So is that one count? Yeah. So the game mechanics are not quite there. So and that part's kind of boring. So, but yeah, last time it's just we can't like writing a tabletop game is hard, and we kind of learned that last episode. But at least with this, we have built-in rules, but we're kind of stuck. Uh, we got the physics good, but we never really got the. All right, so Claude is asking to run a Python server once again. I guess it can use if it runs a Python server. Does that mean it can do more testing? I don't know. Keeps opening up. Because Claude can interact and do its kind of own design if it has a server to work with. So maybe that's me overriding that part because I don't want it. Is this is a self-contained HTML file. Anyway, so I guess I'm gonna stop the stream for now. Thanks for coming, Pierre, and I think as of right now we're scheduled for next Monday. Probably won't see me again before then, but anyway, talk to y'all later. Too many